Sam, a 2-0 win in the end away to Yeovil Town in really sort of difficult conditions. But how pleased were you with how the boys dealt with them today?
Very pleased. I thought from start to finish, I thought we controlled the game, which is probably the most pleasing thing for me. Certainly in the conditions and the wind and the gust, I thought we managed the game really well. I think possession-wise, I think you probably saw the maturity of these players, finding the right moments, when to go, when to cap out and find spare man on the opposite side of the pitch. I think they took the game plan onto a tee, individually and as a collective, and that's 1 to 11 plus the boys coming on. I thought were fantastic, really pleasing performance, and thoroughly deserved, I thought.
How important a time was it that we scored when Dom Hutchinson scored? It felt like Yeovil sort of came out the block second half.
Yeah, they did. They changed their press. They slightly changed it. They went from almost sitting back from a mid-block and then they went an aggressive press. But I think the boys handled those moments really well. And we always echo the messages to the boys. See the press, identify it, we'll help you from the side. But one thing about this group now, they're starting to see the triggers and the times when to find a spare man and which spare man it is. So, you know, in that occasion, it was trying to find a spare man on the outside, and we managed to do that. And I thought the energy, especially in the wide areas from the flanks from Sak and Dom today, was especially really good, and in 1v1 situations, and then got their just rewards, I felt. So, yeah, I think as a collective, I think from, like I say, from the back line through to the midfield, you know, I think it was a great piece of skill from Omar Musa that got us out. And yeah, no, I'm really pleased, really professional performance.
Is it sort of even more impressive as well, considering Yeovil didn't actually, they didn't have a game this weekend, having not been in the FA Cup. Did that come into your preparations at all for this game?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this club wasn't in the Championship too long ago, and you know, you only got to look at around us and the magnitude of this football club. You know, professional outfit, and you know, for us to come to an environment like this and be so dominant in possession, showing our style. You know, I'm really pleased, and like I say, they're the weekend off and they're full time, and we're off the back of an FA Cup. You know, really good day, and it's really difficult sometimes to pick the boys back up so quickly from a high like the FA Cup game, and to have a just performance as they did on Saturday. And I thought they did to a T from the warm up. There's a real feel about the group, a real energy, a real buzz, and like I say, we've got to continue this momentum now. Another tough fixture on Saturday against Braintree. But yeah, I think that's 1 defeat in 7 now, so we just got to keep going and keep doing the right things.
As you mentioned, the FA Cup, we came out the hat drawn against Grimsby Town away. A place where we have got a result before, but could we do it again?
Yeah, why not? Listen, it's a free hit for us. You know, like I say, we fancy ourselves. We'll go to Grimsby with no fear. And we know they're doing really well in the league, and they find us, I think, 6th in League 2, and got some really good players. Obviously, massive football club, but listen, we're Wealdstone, and we fight for everything that we've got, every little bit of resource that we have, and we take it to them, and we go from there. But that's December the 6th. I think focus now has got to be on Braintree. A lot of tired legs now, and some of those boys have gone back to back, and some of those boys have played a lot of minutes. Some, you know, got a just rest today. Had a few suspensions in Kaji and Woodman. Fella's played a lot of minutes of recent, so we managed to get some rest into him today as well. So, yeah, the group are looking strong at the moment. I thought it was fantastic to get a debut from the Sassy and Turner. I thought they were excellent, showed real maturity to come on, you know, at the time that they did, and show such maturity and such grit, but composure when they landed on the ball. So, yeah, we're really pleased with that, and we look to Saturday now.
Yeah, sorry, just lastly, before I let you go get warm, Phil Chinadu was recalled by Leyton Orient. Just how big was his contribution to this point?
I love Big Phil. He's been fantastic from us, and I think he was instrumental in that start of the season that we had, the first 3 games, and the form that we continue to have. And, you know, the first quarter of the season, Phil's been massively instrumental to that. He's been foot to the pedal for a young 18-year-old to show such maturity. His first loan in the National League, in which he did, he come on leaps and bounds, and I think he didn't even have a shirt number with Orient at the start of the season. I watched him in pre-season a few times, and I said I really thought it'd be great to be incorporated into our side and what we were about. And he's come on leaps and bounds technically, physically. Like I say, 6'6", 6 foot plus, and he's a beast, a real beast, and he's a real asset for Leyton Orient, and can't thank him enough for his contribution. Great future ahead of him. But yeah, we move on now. We've got young Eddie Nassasi that's come in, and young Turner that's come in, who are great additions to the squad. Again, first loans for both of them, but that's what we're about, Wealdstone, giving opportunity, and young, enthusiastic, energetic, playing in the style, which is all about our identity and DNA now. So really pleased.
Thanks for your time, Sam.
Thank you.